We talk endlessly about millennials, those who grew up alongside the internet, and about Gen Z who have never known life without smartphones. But in the shadows between them lies a quieter generation, often overlooked: Xennials. Born roughly between 1977 and 1983, they remember a world before screens dominated attention, a world of rotary phones, floppy disks, and Saturday morning cartoons. Yet they also adapted to the rise of computers, early internet, and eventually smartphones. They existed in two realities at once. One slow and tactile, one fast and digital, learning to navigate both with a unique sense of balance. Imagine afternoons stretching lazily into dusk, riding bikes through quiet streets where neighbors' voices floated across yards, or wandering into libraries, the scent of worn pages mingling with polished floors and soft echoes of other readers. Play was immersive and collaborative, negotiating rules, forming alliances, and settling disputes face-to-face. Homework required pencils, notebooks, and patience. Messages to friends were left on answering machines or slipped into locker notes to be discovered hours later. Every moment taught observation, empathy, and the subtle art of waiting. Technology arrived gradually, almost as a guest in their lives. Early computers and gaming consoles weren't necessities, they were puzzles to be explored. Dial-up modems hummed their tentative connections while manuals were read carefully, experiments conducted, mistakes learned from. Xennials learned to bridge two worlds, cultivating patience, curiosity, and adaptability that would serve them in both analog and digital landscapes. Socially, they could engage in fast-moving online conversations yet still value meaningful face-to-face connections, noticing nuances that others might miss. Cultural and societal shifts added layers to this experience. They witnessed MTV revolutionizing music and identity, early PCs hinting at an information-driven future, and global events like the fall of the Berlin Wall shaping their awareness of history, change, and possibility. Economic recessions of the 1980s instilled caution, resourcefulness, and resilience. Every arcade visited, every library explored, every Saturday morning show watched, contributed to a generation learning to balance excitement with grounded awareness. Work life reflected these lessons. They entered offices with typewriters, memos, and structured chains of command, only to adapt to computers, emails, and early collaborative software. Mentorship was dual, absorbing wisdom from older colleagues while experimenting with new tools and approaches. Authority was respected, but flexibility and innovation were embraced. Early remote work or digital communication presented new challenges, yet they adapted with a quiet confidence rooted in their upbringing. Learning and problem-solving followed the same pattern. Knowledge was layered and deliberate. Reading manuals, cross-referencing books and VHS tapes, experimenting, and waiting for dial-up to connect. This cultivated critical thinking, multimodal learning, perseverance, and the ability to integrate disparate sources. Unlike younger generations accustomed to instant gratification, Xennials developed patience as a natural reflex, using reflection as a tool to navigate complexity. Today, Xennials navigate a hyper-connected world with surprising ease. They move seamlessly between emails, social media, and digital tools while remembering the rhythms of a slower life. The turning of library pages, the hum of a VCR, the deliberate play of imagination in arcades or schoolyards. They carry the lessons of patience, observation, and curiosity into the rapid pace of the modern world, bridging past and present. At their core, Xennials are translators between eras. They balance depth and immediacy, nostalgia and adaptability, reflection and action. Walking through the textures of their own memories, they may notice the echoes of playground laughter beneath the hum of notifications, or the careful turning of a book's page alongside a quick swipe on a screen. These contrasts illuminate resilience, awareness, and a capacity for perspective rarely found in generations fully immersed in either analog or digital worlds alone. Perhaps, as you reflect on your own life, the analog world still whispers to you. The hum of a VCR, the thrill of waiting for your favorite show, the tactile satisfaction of a book in your hands. These memories aren't just nostalgia. They are reminders of patience, curiosity, and observation. They show how the past continues to shape the present, and how we can navigate the world with both depth and immediacy. Xennials carry this duality naturally, but in seeing it, we are invited to consider our own relationship with time, memory, and presence. A quiet lesson in how the worlds we once knew continue to guide the ones we live today.